And we are back with another Black with No Cream podcast. New episode every single Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesdays are the morning roast where we deep dive into different topics and subjects and shit to enlighten you or give you a different perspective based on past experience. So today, Dave and we decided to talk about, well, I passionately told him that we needed to talk about motherfucking Zoom transitions, man, because they're fucking making your videos trash. Sorry. I had to say it. I want to talk about it because I've used them in the past, and I mean, you can still use them now. I just think that most people are looking at it. It's like a crutch, like they're leaning on it like a crutch, drag and drop and shit. It's just like overused. I've used it. I started using them in 2016 when I did Schoolboy Q's tour. It was before it really became a thing. I think it just came out. 𝐅𝐀𝐕𝐎𝐑𝐈𝐓𝐄 Tutorials told me about it and was like, yo, you should try this out. I bought the pack and then would like figure out how in After Effects to like fine tune it and kind of like, I don't know, just make it even better than what it was. But I used it to, I don't know, just in some of the concert footage and shit. We could roll some of that footage right now if that's not playing already. But I think since that time where it first came out and then you have a Sam Colder who fucking drops it, like, it's blown up so much that it's being utilized in every video, and a lot of the times it doesn't need to be in there, right? So I feel like this is an important topic to I don't know, weigh in on, I guess.
Yeah, I think like you said, with like a bunch of big influencer creators using them in really dope ways and dope videos, like all these creators that are coming up or just starting, especially, those are the creators that they're watching, and then it's inspiring them to make videos. And so you always aspire, like I feel like everyone naturally aspires to create like what they like. So right. Everyone loves these travel vloggers, and everyone started wanting to be travel vloggers because they're like, yo, this is tight. They're traveling, they're using these transitions, all different shit. And then that proliferates to the point where I feel like now it's, and we'll talk about it, but it's almost got to the point where it's not even dope because literally everyone's using them, and it's no longer, it's become so easy. It's like there's no skill involved in just dropping a preset on something.
Right. I mean, think about it this way. Before there was a preset for cross dissolves, you manually had to stack two clips over each other and fade this one out and then fade that one out, and then you would like layer it just right so that it kind of crossed into one another. Then there was a quick little drop that bitch in there. It's inevitable that cool shit will become easy to do. So I think I saw someone post in the Facebook group earlier today, and they were like, hey, is there anyone that's editing a lot on their iPhone? Is there any cool apps to do like dope effects and transitions and shit other than like After Effects and Premiere? And to me, it's just that I think everyone looks for that shit first before they create, or they think that that's going to help them create better, when that's not the truth. It's about how you get your content and then create that content. I think that you have to think, I don't know, relative when you're shooting something specific. And obviously we're all only talking about video in this podcast because you don't zoom transition in photos. But I feel like people will look at it and say, oh, cool, like I need to buy all these effects packs. I need to get Magic Bullet or whatever the fucking app's called. You know what I mean? Like Universe and all these things that they can put in their Premiere and lean on when they're editing to say like, how do I make this look cooler? Oh, cool, let's make it look like a fucking VHS tape, or let's do this. I'm not saying that it's wrong to use those. I'm just saying at the baseline, I think people skip the part where they learn how to edit and create videos first, tell a story without using effects, minimal effects, find the best way to do that, and then gradually start adding these things in, but use them as a tool, not as like a fucking, just a fad thing. Like, I get it. They're fucking dope. I did that shit and people were going nuts about that. And I was always linking to that dude, Tut Vids. Baker's Tuts. He was the one that made it at first. So that's the one I was using. I was always, oh yeah, you can get it for fucking $5 from this guy. Like, right. That's how much it is. And then people are downloading and buying it and they're using it. But when I was thinking of it, I'm like, how do I get in and out of these shots with purpose? Like, how do I do it the best way possible? And I would find ways to do it. I'm adding music, I'm adding sounds. I'm trying to make this feel like it was something real, which could help in the times where you didn't plan to do a transition at a point. Like if you were just shooting parallel to whatever the subject is and you forget to cut, right? Or, if you wanted to do like a whip out, but you're shooting that and you didn't know that that's your time you wanted to whip on. Cool. This is a fix. This is a help to get in and out of something else. So I would try to find ways where there's motion, where it made sense for something to transition this way. But in the case where people are just like sitting there and like you're just on some stagnant shot and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, and it jumps into the future. And another shot. Then it's like, well, there was no motion. That's not realistic at all. You want to make it as realistic as possible to help fix that stuff. I mean, the best thing you could ever do is just shoot like real transition, like try to actually do a whip.
Right. I think that's what we'll talk about. I want to talk about is all in-camera stuff.
In-camera shooting.
Yeah.
Whips and transitions in camera, like trying to think ahead.
Right.
To be able to do that.
Yeah, I feel like where it's gotten to now, it's like, okay, if I'm making a video, like you said, what I learned, because of course when I first started, like my very first video that I did at a show, there's probably like 6 or 7, 8 zoom transitions in there, and I hate that video now. But when it came out, everyone thought I was a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Because at least people who followed me were like, "Yo, this is crazy."
Yeah.
And then at the time,
it looks like VFX.
Yeah. And at the time, I was like, "Oh, this is dope." But then literally, I look back on it, I'm like, this video is literally trash, because it's at that point I started to learn after a couple that it's like, okay, cool editing doesn't make up for shitty shooting. So
right.
like I think a lot of people are like, oh, like I want to make my videos to dope, like what do I use?
Right.
And it's like, you got to make sure your footage is ill, because if your footage is ill, like the video will be sick, way doper than someone who's just dropping transitions for no reason by just cutting, because your shots are dope.
Yeah,
so it's like, I feel like people are like, oh, okay, here's a video and I'm gonna throw a zoom transition here and from a place that makes no sense to go to this place, or no motion, or you know what I mean, all those different things. And I feel like there's still a place for them. But like, if you're first off, these are just drag and drop presets now. So it's like, you can even go in and play with the curve maps and figure out how to like ramp it according to the speed of your clip, or, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, where, you know, if you want to do something with a whip and you're doing it in camera. So when you add the transition, I feel like the goal should almost be so that people don't even know you did one.
Right.
Like,
totally.
Like, and the point is now it's like, oh, there it is. And for me, now I watch them and it's like, with the minute that someone throws it in, I'm like, oh, damn it. You know what I mean? In the group especially, because it's like, and that sucks that happens, but that's what happens with videos. Like, everything gets so fucking popular, and the whole goal is always to be different. So I understand, like, it's hard because people are like, yo, well, what's the problem? Like, they did it. Like, why can't I learn? And I feel like it's always valuable to, like, it's always valuable to learn it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you want to know, because I remember when I first started, it's like, you want to know how they did this shit first.
Yeah.
And once I know, oh, okay, now I do this shit. Now their videos don't seem as hard to me anymore. They seem attainable because I understand how they did it now and I grasp it. But that doesn't mean I have to use it, because then I'm just falling in the same line. So I feel like, yeah, the more you can like integrate in-camera transitions, I think are always going to be dope, because it still takes pre-planning. Like if you're somewhere, you're like, okay, I want to get from here to here, right? And I'm gonna wipe on this dude's back because I'm gonna come out of this wall over there,
Birdman,
and I'm gonna be here, yeah, yep. Birdman style, or the whips, you know, because it's like sometimes all of a sudden you're in another shot and your viewer's like, yo, how the fuck did that happen? And it's the simplest as a whip. Like whip, everyone knows how to do whips, but when you do them right, like they're so seamless that you take the viewer through a bunch of different shots, and it's not like, boom, now we went to somewhere else. Like, and but yeah, like I said, there's still dope ways to do it.
But it's like, it's even going back to like the YouTuber perspective of like YouTubers that will do, they'll do like, all right, guys, blah, 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 blah. This is what we're doing. All right, talk to you in a second. And then they take their hand and they cover up the lens, and then they come out on wherever they're at. That's a simple transition that makes sense. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. It can happen every time because it makes sense. You're talking, you literally covered up the shot and came out somewhere else. That's cool. You transitioned me into the next scene, right? Where it just has to be done right. Shout out to my boy Mac TV, Schoolboy Q's DJ. I'm gonna have him on the podcast someday, and I will tell him his fucking cover up the camera transitions are trash as fuck, because he hangs on the bitch for like 8 frames too long. So all you see is like his hand and a little light leaking in there, and then he cuts to the next thing. And when he cuts, he just cuts to a shot like he's there. It's not smooth at all. But like that's what I'm talking about. People look at fixes. These are cool things to lean onto and use as a fix, but you have to figure out how to make it feel realistic and have purpose. That's the easiest way I can say it is, you're saying something, you're going to go somewhere, you cover it up to go there, or you're on one shot. Like I know I used it in I did like a recap video for EA. They had like a bunch of people playing Madden at the W Hotel. So I made like a recap video. We can play that too. And in the video, I did a ton of speed rampy transitions to get me from the red carpet to the venue, right? So it was like red carpet, fly through the logo, whip in, and now I'm in the elevator. It looks like I walked in the elevator, but I didn't. I walked like through a long hallway, and then I'm in the elevator. The way I whipped into it had purpose to get me to the elevator. Then I'm in the elevator, and then I whip out, and then I'm going up to the window, and then I go wherever. And that was all cool because I planned that ahead. I also planned, there was like gamers playing the games, right? They're playing each other in Madden. I wanted to showcase all these gamers because they're all top YouTubers or whatever. So in camera, I would whip in, see them for a second, whip out. And I kept doing it. Same motion. Whop, 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 whop. That way in the edit, it was bang, 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 bang. You see 8 of these people, right? There was one time where I was filming, I think there was one time, I can't remember, I'll have to watch it again, but I'm like up on a balcony and I wanted to get down to like where they were at. And I did the zoom transition to either get down there or up on the balcony, whatever it was. But it had, the goal was to make it feel like warpy. Like I wanted to warp into where I was just as I did in the intro, outro, but I missed it. I didn't come up with like a plan, or maybe that was my plan the whole time, was to do some sort of zoom to get to wherever I got. But like utilizing it as a tool is the best way to do it. Don't utilize it just to utilize it because it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also feel like it has a place too. Like if you're shooting a branded video, or like you're shooting like something for a company that's not necessarily like, the zoom transition has a place. I feel like if your video is like surreal, or it fits with the vibe of what's going on, especially the music too. But if you're like, let's say you're shooting a video for a company and you're just doing a branded like product shot, and then you just zoom somewhere else, like immediately takes you out of what the video is.
Yeah, it can't. There's a reason why just cutting has always worked forever in life. Like just cutting a shot to another shot, cut to another shot. That's not a bad thing. People think that, oh, I need this video to be more energetic. Well, maybe you need to give better footage, right? It's not your fault that maybe you're an editor and you have to deal with someone that shot boring shit. Totally. Make it as fucking cool as you can. Add whatever filters on top of the bitch, color grade it however you want to, add fucking grain and shit. But what I'm saying is that you make the piece less interesting, in my opinion, by just having it pop, 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 zoom, 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 when it's like the most stagnant shots ever. Just find a happy medium and use them sparingly, but also use them with intention. And it's better if you're a shooter and editor, try to shoot with it with the edit in mind. Like try to think strategically, or think like, oh, this would be so cool if I jumped off this boat with my GoPro on my head, and then as soon as I get in the water, cut to the fucking me swimming with whales. No, you didn't jump off a fucking boat and happen to be perfectly swimming with whales in blue water. That is amazing, but you can use the fucking craziness of the camera to make it look like you did, you know?
Right.
And that could be a zoom, that could be a fucking whip, whatever it is.
Or even, for example, for your EA video, I was just going to say, because like where you did the tutorial, check it out.
Which one?
For your opening intro, with the graphics on the red carpet for the Super Bowl video.
I did a tutorial about that?
Yeah, you did.
Damn.
You even like had the Ronin, you were going against the wall, remember?
Oh yeah, the most recent one.
Yeah, I'm saying like what you could have done, what some people probably would have done, is you could have just got only individual shots of each logo and then did side swipe transitions.
Yes.
And it would have looked like a motion graphic, whatever, but it came out even crazier because instead of doing that, you pre-planned to sprint to it, or you walked sideways to another, and I knew that the speed ramps would create that motion blur, plus adding motion blur, all different stuff, create some more organic product than just being like, okay, wipe, like zoom up, zoom down.
That's a great example. There's also times where you'll have clients that request zoom transitions because these clients are fucking not hip with the shit and realizing that it's out of being cool anymore, and they are like, oh, we need this to be energetic. I just did a video. The Disney job. I edited the Disney job and I tried to make it as cool as I could, and the ramps that I used would be speed ramp transitions versus like literal transitions, like zooming in. But the people at the top were like, oh, could we have that zoom in thing here? Like they saw it once, so they wanted to see it again. I think there's probably like 2 fucking zoom transitions in there where at a certain point I tried to like battle it, but when you're battling with a massive company, like a multi-billion-dollar company or whatever, I don't know how rich Disney is, trillions, some shit.
Yeah, one of the richest.
Quadrillions, whatever. Like, there's so many people at the top that you have to pick and choose your battles, which this can be a whole nother podcast.
Well, we already talked about it. Remember, we're taking notes.
Yeah, taking notes. No, I don't remember. Sorry, I fucking forgot already. But
you got to pick your battles. You can't fight everything because
right. Yeah, so we'll link to that one somewhere. But it's crucial to like pick your battles, and in that case, I'm like, all right, I can already tell where this video is. It's got a lot of my inspiration in it, but I have to give and take and just give them a little bit of what they want. So, all right, cool. I'll try to make it work as best as possible, feel as seamless as possible. But to me, I was like, still bummed because I'm like, I'm still using this fucking thing I don't want to use.
Yeah, and you feel
without
like hypocrite because you're going against your like.
Totally, but it felt great without it. But I was out. I had no control. I could voice my opinion until I'm blue in the face. But as long as they think, the client, you have to make them happy. You don't want to tell them that their ideas are bad or that you think it doesn't work. And tell a lot of people it could work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it plays fine. I'm not fucking mad at the video. I'm saying that you can use it still and make it look good. I'm still cool with watching. Go watch the Schoolboy Q experience. I'm sure throughout all 5 episodes, I used zoom transitions in every one at one point.
Right.
But no one had used it at that point. So it was like new and it didn't feel like I was overdoing it. Now when I watch it, I'm kind of like, fuck, I could have gone without using it or something. But I still watch it. I'm like, the way I used it, the sound effects I used to make them interesting feels seamless. It still feels nice. And that's cool with me. And I still feel like you can still do that. I still added sound effects to the times that I did it in the Disney thing to try to make it like stick out. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's mandatory.
You have to. You have to. But so many people don't.
Yeah.
They just like, they're there. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, if you're going to do it, make sure the 2 shots, will this look nice? Well, this doesn't take you out of it. The sound effect, like, the doper the sound effect with the transition, the more it feels natural. Right. Like, if the sound effect looks perfect for the 2 shots plus the whatever you're using, you're going to get more forgiving with everything, and everything's going to feel, like, way better because that sound pairs with what you're seeing perfect. It feels like it should be there. Yep. So that's obvious. I think that's definitely crucial.
I'm trying to, I just wanted to scroll through Black Window Cream and see. I guarantee you, like, I could find a video instantly that has it.
While you're doing it, like you said, this is something for only video people, but we can do another morning roast on this. But I feel like this also goes for photos or whoever. Like, if your crutch is the LUTs or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, LUTs are dope. Don't get me wrong. Like, and LUTs can be as a base, start as a base. But if your crutch, like, okay, I can only color. The only color possibilities I have are these that I use, and if like what happens when that photo comes in, which happens, the photo comes in and the color just doesn't work, just doesn't really fuck with it, and you're just like, fuck it, I'm sticking with these. Like you're capping yourself. And same thing with video. Like if you're like, okay, my bag of tricks is these 5 presets I'm using, right? Then like you were trying to make every situation fit with those versus figuring out like how can the style be different with this video? How can I use music? How can I use sound effects? How can I use different cutting techniques and shooting techniques and whatever?
Yep, I agree. You just and like, also we talked about too, even like autofocus. It's the same thing. Like right. If you lean on something, especially now with creators at this point coming into the game, it goes. We could talk about autofocus. We could talk about drones and the capabilities that they have now. Like that's what we were talking about the other day. Like how important it is to learn how to be a manual creator. Like manual can go as far as editing. Manual, just splice. That's it. Cut. Do a cut. Don't have any crazy transitions. Don't fade. Don't fucking do dissolves. Don't do that stupid ass fucking like loom effect shit. Like don't. You know what I mean? At the base model, that's being able to manually cut. Right. Manually shooting video. How do you shoot manual? Well, first start in the manual settings. Know how to use what ISO is. Know what the shutter speed is. Know what the fucking aperture. All this shit. Learn the camera. Learn how to fucking film with manual focus because there's going to be times, and I know that you leaned on it heavy when you started. That was like a great example because right away I put him in a scenario where it didn't work. Autofocus just didn't work all the time, and you needed it to work all the time. So then he had to learn how to manually focus on the fly, and that's all I learned on because autofocus never existed 3 years ago. Like literally, I think up to like 3 or 4 years ago, as far as for video goes, there was no seamless autofocus, which is fucking nuts. Maybe 4 years ago, something like that. But I don't think it came into play until recently. If it did, no one used it because they couldn't afford it or whatever. But
or maybe it wasn't reliable or whatever.
It wasn't reliable. Yeah. But that's the whole thing is like when you get into a doc situation where you're like filming for a doc, Coachella.
Yeah. And there's a pyramid and the dancers coming down and
you got to be able to pull that focus. Right. You can't just hope it knows and you can't click a fucking live. You're clicking the back of your camera and you're hitting your camera. You're fucking hitting your camera. So you're fucking...
But also, it's also like always changing and it's like thinking it needs to change.
That's a whole nother rant.
But yeah, I mean, I think the drone is definitely a special one because, for example... And we're going to a whole different thing, which I think this is honestly a good separate topic. Right. But the drone thing is dope because it's like, yeah, the drone comes out and it's like, yo, it can do this flying perfect circle, which to me, I opened the drone, first day I opened the drone.
Flew that bitch in a circle.
Yeah. I was like, I knew that you were going to talk shit about it, but I was like, listen, the way I'm setting this up and it's around a circular thing on a hill and there's the downtown moving in the back.
Right.
And she's going to dance in a circle. Yeah. To me, I'm like, this is tight. This is first day I'm flying it.
It is tight. And I'm not saying it's not.
No, but then it's the truth though, is because you can't always, first off, it looks different. The same way an in-camera transition or a plan transition looks different than a preset transition, it does. If you in a situation where you can't use that, it's dope to be able to know how to fly a sick-ass circle with your drone or a maneuver that isn't in the boomerang preset or whatever it is.
Totally.
And
or
you
what
can,
if,
you
what
can
if your
control
next,
speed or pan.
what if your next
separately.
scenario is that you have to be like, you start off at the ground level and then rise all the way up, but you have to avoid trees. So you have to manually be able to do that shit. Like you just can't let the tech do it. So it's so crucial to learn that shit because I don't know. It's just, you can't lean on everything as a crutch. I feel like this was good. I feel like you guys get the idea.
We're getting into more topics, so we can just save them for later.
There's a lot of shit that you guys are doing that's pissing me off.
So basically what Ben is saying, if you use them,
you pissing me off. No, I think they're tight, and I'm gonna from now on, I'm only gonna make videos using zoom changers.
I feel like this is a rant that's been on your mind for so fucking long, and now you finally got it out.
Dude, just because I was scrolling through and I saw someone do it, and I was like, why did you do, like, your video was dope. Like this, I saw another video, and it was just like, it's like fucking a dude working out, and he's doing like crazy transitions. It's nuts. It's heavy. It's high intensity. I haven't even watched it with music, but I can only imagine it's fucking even more empowering watching it with music. And then out of nowhere, it just splits into a million little cameras to transition out. And I'm like, that didn't need to happen. Like, we all saw people do that back in the day. It doesn't need to happen in your video. Your video is already dope. And then you just add that shit, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah. I've learned, like, the dopest videos to me are just when, like, the shots are just ill. You know what I mean? And you're using editing correctly, like, and I feel like the more you can, we had podcasts before about limitations. Limitation is the best thing for creativity, and if you feel like you've been using a bunch, like, just try to make your next video the illest you possibly can with absolutely no effects.
Right.
Like no, like, just literally just cut.
Right.
And see how you feel after that versus just like throwing it in.
Right.
Know?
Yeah, I'm with it. This was good. All right, that's it.
That's it.
Merch. We got merch. If you guys are down to support Black with No Cream, we put a lot of time and effort into creating some fire pieces of merch. These coffee mugs on display, if you're watching on YouTube, are fucking pretty tight. You should have one at your work office or wherever you edit your videos and your photos and draw your pictures and all that stuff. Yeah, we would appreciate that. Keep these motherfucking lights on, man. Until then, next week's episode is who?
I think Jordan Wozy on Sunday.
Yeah, but that's this Sunday, right?
Jordan Wozy this Sunday.
We're recording a week in advance. We did this last time too.
Sorry. So,
who do we have anyone?
I feel like we haven't even lined up anyone yet.
No, I just recorded one with Sean Sauce.
Oh,
Sean Sauce will be this weekend. If you can't tell, we're trying to record these a little bit in advance.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just so we can stay on time. It is hard because we're like trying to think in the future. But Sean Sauce is coming up. That one's a great interview. He's had 1 million followers on Vine. He does YouTube pranks, and now he consults for different brands and helps them elevate their social presence, which he's been doing for Black with No Cream and helping us take YouTube to a whole nother level. So we're about to fucking crack off on that bitch. Yeah, that's it. Patreon.com/Black with No Cream if you want to support us. Shop BWNC.com so if you want to get some merch. That's, I don't know. Good for now, right?
It's good.
It's good, he said.
It's good.
Bye.